Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Because you're doing well, having a wonderful day. So freaking sorry. Um, for the diet, we're drinking prune juice, and it is completely messing up my stomach. Completely messing up my stomach. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have um to go to the bathroom again. So I'm just gonna give you guys the TV, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, so prune juice. The reason why we're doing prune juice, super simple. It's mm, that's why I couldn't eat. My stomach was rumbling. Prune juice is filled with it's filled with fiber. Fiber is actually extremely freaking good. The worst thing is they have a new event. I'm just not gonna destroy it. So I'm so sorry about leaving. Again, that's not the goal. That's not the plan. But I'm gonna have to go more. Now what we did, and I know it's not gonna be too much information because we're eating, but I go to a lot of bathroom a lot. My poop shoot irritated. So it's bad. It's bad. So yeah. What we do is we go here. We take the shower. Relax the muscle. But I'm not gonna make you guys wait for a shower, so don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. It's all Gucci, friends. Really good. I'm gonna be live for a while. Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. I just want you guys be there we eat. I don't know. I'm talking about a lot about eating on camera. And I think I like having you guys when I'm eating. Because I don't know. I personally believe that eating should be a it should be a social thing, right? So that's the optic here. That is the optic. Really nice crust over here. 48. Remember 48, guys? You have to remember that. That's why I like having you guys when I'm eating. Silly, but then I don't know. What's up, Sam Jamal? How are you, dude? It's been a while. Oh, good to see familiar faces. Dude changed is PFP, but still the familiar faces. We love that. I don't think if I didn't miss any, because I tend to miss a lot of things. We talk a lot. Thank you, dude. Thank you. We're letting them grow. I made a multiple video about that, but I'll spare you the details, dude. Thank you, TikTok around the clock for the follow. Appreciate you, Khan, sir. Super appreciated. Benjamin, what's up, my dude? How are you? Ben, I'm gonna be talking in English tonight. I hope you don't mind. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate you. To the air. Long story short, I've always had short hair. Because I was told, yo, you should, Jamal and Ben, I love when my people are talking to each other. Appreciate you, dude. Jamal, you're doing a good job as a mod, bro. So yes, I was always told, oh, keep your hair short because that's curly hair. Oh, keep your hair short because you look good. But how? And again, that's my parents, and I'm not complaining. But how can I look good with short hair when you never saw me with long hair? You know. So we're trying something out. Plus, I'm gonna be making content for 20, 30 years. This is my dream. This is my passion, right? My dream, my passion, the love of my life, possibly making content, right? And I want to see things. I want to see things. We started later on in life. Uh, you know, and it's nuts because I'm seeing people that started making content. For example, let's look at Kai Sanat. Look at Speed, right? Speed is 19 now, or Kai is like 22. And these people are gonna grow and they're gonna grow and they're gonna get older, right? So it's all gonna be something new and I see an evolution. And I think the best way of course, evolution is mentally speaking, is psychologically talking, is physically talking, but there's the easiest way. And you look at myself 4 years ago, and I didn't change at all. There's still 4 years, right? Yeah, it is crazy. But you see, Speed. The thing with Speed is he started very young. So although it looks like he's been an OG, it looks like he's been doing this for a while. He has been. He's young. It's weird, dude. It's weird, dude. It's weird because you're seeing these young guys and they're. I think he's 19. Maybe he just turned 20. Yeah, but still. So I missed a couple. Okay, perfect. What's up, Benjamin, my guy? Yo, what's up, Jamal? You look good. Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Oh, then yep. See, I'm gonna let it grow just at the test. And there's also another reason. I had the perfect time to let it grow. You cannot see my ears, right? So I want to have music at my job. So yes, that's the main goal. That is the main goal. I could tell you, oh, I want to maintain it. I want to see how it grows. I want to say, oh, it's a question of maintaining your physique. So yeah, hide music. Let's be honest here. How's the wife and kid doing, Benjamin? Still, Jamal was trying to be nice, dude. Jamal was trying to be nice. Jamal was trying to be a homie and ask for the kids because you got a kid in your profile picture. And I don't think it's automatic. Oh yeah, that's him when he was a kid. Jamal was trying to be cool. He's only yeah. You guys are gonna see. We already start seeing. So my personal belief is things like social media, right? They didn't start that long ago. I think YouTube was created like 2005, 2006. So technically speaking, if you were born when YouTube started, you'd be 18. YouTube when it started, I think it took like 4 or 5 years to start making money on YouTube, and YouTube was the pioneer, the dad, so quote unquote dad of social media content creator, right? Now I'm gonna see it, and I want to look at people like McJuggernuggets or even Kid Behind the Camera, being so freaking young. We're talking about 20, 19, 20 years old, and now look at a guy like MatPat. MatPat he's retired, but he's still very young. So we're gonna be starting to see people now that we know that it's a career. Now that I know it's a valid a valid career. People are gonna start doing it younger and younger and younger and younger. I want to ask you a single question, guys, and I want an honest answer. You're gonna see people that are 14, 15 years old being an electrician, talking about being a plumber, talking about being a firefighter. People are gonna be 11, 12 years old and gonna say, "I want to make content." Simple as that. Simple as that. Speed 20. Teddy was Benny Blanco. I wish, dude. Selena is a cutie. 25. He was born in 25? Shit, imagine. That's weird. Cybo! What is weird, my guy? It is weird, dude. It is weird because you expect him to be so much. You know he's young because of how he is. But still. Your passion is music. Not really. Not my passion. My passion? No. My passion is making content, but music is. It's a long story. Okay, so my whole entire life I was raised with the belief of it doesn't matter what you do, you have to work. You have to feed your family, you have to pay the bills. Fair enough, right? And then you find something that you really enjoy, which is making content. So the last couple of years I was working and I was making content and I was obsessed with making content and I started really hating my job. And it feels bad because I started really hating my job because I couldn't make content. This job didn't do anything to me. It's my perception, it's my priority that changed, right? It's like this girl who she's your girlfriend, right? And at first she's like, you know what? I would like you to stay here. Don't go out with the boys, please tonight. Then every single time that you want to go out with the boys, she'll tell you, no, you don't go out with the boys. You're staying here. You're trying to be resentful because, like, what the fuck, dude? I want to go out, right? So it became that. Then work became very, without saying boring, it became very underwhelming. I was like, I don't want to do this. I do not want to do this. But then again, the mentality of you have to pay the bills came back, right? The mentality of paying back paying the bills came back, and when I wanted to start to start paying the bills, I was like, okay, well, if I have to endure, if I have to suffer that, I'll endure or I'll suffer that, right? Simple as this. With music, it is the way of making something shitty less shitty. But most job will tell you, hey, you cannot have music in your ears because it's dangerous. But fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Prove that I have music. Prove that I have music. YouTube is on status, bruh. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. I grew up with that shit. I grew up with shit like I grew up with people like every mealtime, Gumiko morning, right? But it's funny because now the meta for content creation is live streaming, right? If it wasn't for Twitch, it wouldn't be that popular. So yeah, that is on status, bro. I'm getting older. Shit. Hey, you made a song with Juice WRLD. Yeah, you did. He did. Yeah, for real. Benny or this guy? Benny Laco did not him. What? I'm back. I'm so sorry, Angel. I started doing a diet about 4 days ago. Every single morning, I drink a tall glass, about a 3/4 of this of prune juice because it's a lot of fiber. The fiber my body's not used to it, so it is horrible. Content change perspective. Yeah, absolutely, and it's. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not pointing fingers, but I think a lot of people here, myself included, we spend our whole life thinking about who am I, right? And I know I look crazy, but I'm not at the point of talking to myself yet. So when I started doing content, I started talking to myself, talking to the camera, not to you guys, but it was talking to myself, and I start being very vocal about what I wanted, what I was thinking, what I was feeling, right? How did I feel that day? What was my mood that day? And then you're expressing it and you understand that this is not the life I wanted, right? So then with content, it's my dream because it's something I want to do. There's so many things that I started, but I never finished. I gave up, you know. And then you start making content. You're like, holy shit, this is so cool. I would see myself do that, right? I would see myself do that for 12, 15, 20 years. You know, it's nuts. Wait, how did you not run out of things to talk about? I got ADHD then. So it's really, really, really hard for me to run out of things to talk to about ADHD. So I'm talking about one thing, but I'm thinking about three other things. So if you look at the I'll show you something crazy. Want to see something crazy? I'll show you. It's okay to tell me what you think. We're talking about Juice WRLD, right? Juice WRLD. So we're talking about that. I have to pause. Oh, fuck, feels good. Okay, so this is the main channel, right? You can see that's me, right? What's up, Matty Mattel? How are you? Probably fuck up your name, huh? I'm sorry, dude. You can see here. It'd be hard to see, but look. If you look here, 28,000 videos. 28,000 videos. Yeah. So kind of crazy, huh? And we're starting. We're 4 years in. Where's Selena? I don't know these nuts. She was supposed to be home a while ago, but She hasn't called. I don't know where she is, dude. But I've been checking her Instagram, and she's been liking the picture of Justin. And she promised me that him and her were done, but now she's liking the picture, and I'm insecure. So yeah, stuff, bro, stuff. I miss Selena. I don't want to be the controlling husband, right? But sometimes I have to be. Sometimes I have to be. Ah, fuck. Work out today, so I have to. I'm not gonna be here for a while because the stomach is already rumbling. It's good though. It's good. We're getting more nutriment, more fibers, so that's really important. Carta torta. Thank you for the roses. Always appreciate. Never needed. Carta torta, guys, amazing content creator. If you can check him out, it would make me really, really happy. Thank you so much, dude. But again, you owe me nothing, dude. I just hope that you're doing well. If you're doing well, that's more than enough for me. If you're doing okay, that's more than enough. Because you've been here for a while, dude, and you've always been super nice to me. I've been super kind, never made some drama, which is super appreciated. I'm doing good, bro, doing good. We started the weight loss, so now I'm in a weird mindset. I'm in a weird headspace where I kill somebody for a good cheeseburger. I would kill somebody. I would kill one of you guys for sure. But yeah. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. It's the hard part, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You probably know a torta. You know, right? Nazrovia. The CV. Oh, bro, I would kill. I would kill. The worst thing is, I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. Okay, so this is gonna be way too much information. Please do not report me for this, okay? Do not report me for this, please. I'm begging. 4 days ago, we started losing weight. Weight loss journey. So I stopped chips and I stopped sugar. And the first day I'm craving it. The second day I'm getting aggressive. I'm needing it. The second day I cannot sleep. I try sleeping, it doesn't work. I start watching Dexter. If you guys know Dexter, yeah. And there's a funny thing with Dexter, that when he does his thing, he has to eat. So I was like, dude, that's a nice. And he's eating empanadas. He's eating enchiladas, because he's living in Miami, which is a lot of Cuban and Miami. And I was like, oh, dude. What about eating? We're eating, well, it's not a product placement, but if you were, here's the question, right? So I have to take out to show the sponsors, not the sponsors, Chicken Parmesan, Humble House, Hampton Houses. I don't have my glasses. Cannot read without my glasses. It's good. It's good. It's good, but it's not great. It's good, but it's not great. It's lacking a little bit of taste. Shao, that's my boy Shao. Shao, we're possibly gonna go. Shao, okay, so we're texting this guy, right? It's my best friend, Shao Sherlin Bautista, and doesn't know that I'm trying to lose weight, and he wanted to go out tonight, and I'm the kind of guy that wants to work, and I want 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 to film. So I don't go out. There's one way to get me out, and it's with food. So Shao doesn't know that I'm. Thank you for the like, man. Appreciate you, dude. Shao doesn't know I'm trying to lose weight. He doesn't know. So Shao is he wants to go out tonight. So he's sending me food of places that we should go test the food at. So yeah, so it's pretty painful. Now I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't know that we are craving, literally facing torture at the exact moment. But appreciate likes, but we're gonna be stopping the stream in about 5-10 minutes because I'm full. I'm full, guys. I'm full. I've had 6 of these a day. So the thing is, we're trying to do like one meal a day because otherwise I'm always snacking, right? So, I like to do a live when I'm eating. We're not gonna be eating. Probably gonna be going to sleeping after that. We're gonna go to sleep because we did work out today, and I'm full. So what I'll do is I'll possibly do a little nap. Wake up in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. And work out a little bit more. What about you, Ben? What does your weekend look like? What does your weekend look like? I've been thinking about myself a lot, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't do live often, and live are my more social thing. So when we don't do them, we forget how to be social. We forget how to be civilized people, civilized human being, and that's fine. I had this weekend. I'll be chilling for nice, dude. Nice. Life is crazy, dude. Life is absolutely fucking nuts. So if you can chill, if you can relax, dude, take time for yourself. Please do so, bro. Because there's moments I always have MMA training, but not this weekend. Nice. Yeah, I remember you telling me about your MMA training, and I remember you telling me about BGG, and I made a joke that it was not a sexual thing. Yeah, I remember that. That was a couple of weeks ago already. Just chill, and even then, like, okay, so the MMA is kind of fun, right? Every time because it's something that you're passionate about, but your body sometimes needs a break, and you're like, dude, like you've been working out every single week for the last 2 months, and it's and like I told you, and we talked about this before. I talked to you about the fact that it's cool that you have a training. It requires like a will. It requires a passion, and it requires a lot of things, which is fucking phenomenal. But it's more so, and it's not necessarily about MMA training. It's more so that you're having to do something over and over and over and over again, and it's not the training. It's just like, okay, well, I have a schedule. And I think this is tiring. I think the schedule is a tiring thing. It's a fun, especially tiring, but I always get, yeah. And now well, you didn't tell me that you did, but you don't really, like, what would it, compete? Compete, is that a good word? 'Cause I'm thinking in French, right? Yeah, and you like, oh fuck, I want to compete, and you get stressed. That's when you get stressed that you get injured. But dude, the fact that you get injured is actually the best thing. Because in the fucked up sense of the fashion, bro, you'll remember those wounds. And you'll be like, yeah, oh fuck, I remember that when I broke that bone, right? And if you're sick son of a bitch, what you'll do is you'll take a copy of the scan. You'll take the copy of the scan and you put it in your room as a trophy thing. You look like Benny Blanco. Second time I'm being told today. Super appreciated. Appreciate the compliments, because it is a compliment, right? Compliments it is. And if you didn't mean it as a compliment, well, I think it is a compliment. So thank you, Elliot. Yeah, I'm having my first fight later this year. It's been MMA for a year, so I'm almost ready. It's such a crazy thing because you don't necessarily perceive your training as a fight. I think. Listen, Ginger, thank you so much for the co-host, but I don't know you. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Ginger. See, the crazy thing with a sport like MMA, right, is at first, okay. So my only knowledge of MMA is movies like Never Back Down. The first one was incredible. The second one was incredible. The third one sucked. And just what's up? Benny Blanco was a 5 man for sure, dude. For sure. Man, you should grow. I tried to, and I tried to. You can see that I tried to, bro. I tried. It didn't work. I've been calling my parents every single day and cursing at them. Why didn't you give me a unibrow? And they hang up, but I'm still mad. So my a sport like MMA, it's like you're training and training and training and you're training. You're like, holy shit, dude. And then you're like, you have a fight, and like, okay, well, thank you for the follow, dude. You get a follow back, my boy. You get a first fight or a second fight, or however, like, okay, well, this is for real, right? You get into the octagon. Hello, Andreas. Is English your first language? No, dude. My first language is in French. So I'm from Canada, but we have in Montreal it's pretty much French, and my father is a big believer of we have to protect our culture, I guess. So he's constantly telling me, don't speak English, speak French. You were born in French. So yeah. So my French is my first language. Um, but it's I got ADHD. So when I think in French, when I speak in French, je parle vraiment vite parce que quand je parle vraiment vite, parce que je pense puis je parle. Je pense, je parle, je pense, je parle, je pense, je parle. When I speak in English, I have to translate, so it takes a little bit more time, and I have time to think about what I'm gonna say, right? Or at least how I'm gonna say it. Because it feels so real and scary, for sure, bro, for sure. But then I think it's how you get in. It's me or him, you know. With MMA, like of course, there's more than just UFC and things like that, but I feel like there's so many, and we can argue and we can disagree that every single athlete of the MMA is a good role model, but there's a ton of fighter that you can actually look at and say, you know what, I respect that man. I respect that man. It's amazing. It's really amazing. But I'm proud of you. Just let me know when it is, dude, and we'll talk about it. If you want to, Ben, of course, no pressure. But what I could do is, I could interview you, dude. I could interview you. I could interview you. Now, of course, I'm not making money. So I'm not paying. I would not pay you. It's gonna be child labor. You down with that? You good with that? You go that I'll make you sign a little contract, and yes, you'll work for me. You'll sign away your soul. I don't want to get into it, dude. Don't. It's okay, dude. You trust me, right? I live in Montreal too, brother. Hell to the yeah. Quelle région, mon homme? I'm from Saskatchewan. There's no sadly, dude. You are a true and true Canadian. You face a horrible winter. You have this culture of maple, and I bow down to your Canadianship. Uh, I live good, dude. Where I am is good. It's Lachine, so it's a coastal town. So the winter is really nice and the summer is really nice. But Canada, in Saskatchewan, oof, when it's the winter, it is the winter. Cool, 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 cool. Near him is a good way to, yeah, opposite. And I think near him is a good way to describing it. I think people will hear this and think, oh, well, this is negative. But no, it's just two people. And he's willing to put it on the line. He's willing to put it on the line, and you're willing to put it on the line. And at the end, is who wants it more. And the person that lose, there's nothing wrong with losing. You lose, you win. You lose some, you win some. That's part of life, right? But it's you or him. And it's odd because it should be like that in more sports, you know? Like right now we have this culture of, oh, you partake in the sports, we'll give you a trophy for participating, right? We'll give you we'll give you a trophy for participating. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. Hell yeah, I'll tell you when it happened. Thank you for the heart and the heart, dude. Thank you so much. Always appreciated, never needed. Dude, Ben, Ben, we have a verbal agreement, dude. We have a verbal agreement. You can't say no. I never signed anything. We have a verbal agreement, bro. Your soul, your career. No, but for reals, for reals, for reals. Interview you because I think, and again, I'm not kissing ass. I'm not kissing ass right now. But this month I had a really rough month. We were dealing with some personal shit, right? And I had a person come in, and he was trying to cheer me up. And this person came in, and they were talking about religion. Now, I believe in religion, but I'm not religious. I'm not super pious. So this person came in and talked to me about religion, and it really made a difference because I was like, okay, well, this is not something that I know. So it's a different perspective. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not an athlete. So if I could interview somebody like Ben, who I think is a good guy, it would be cool because again, Ben is more competitive, is more athletic than me. So it'd be a good thing to I don't know. See, with social, it's so easy to not be social. But when you start to be social, you start understanding that other people have different perspectives, and they're also good. It's just a question of understanding what I'm trying to say, you know. Lots of Trumpers though. Trumpers, yeah, I know. 51st state, yeah. But you see, that's the thing with Saskatchewan and Ottawa, Ontario, is you guys are you guys are more English than us Quebecois. Quebecois are more French, right? So the culture with Americans is a bit more similar because it's the same language. If you look at the Canada as a whole and America as a whole, the culture is somewhat similar. Um, so yeah, so I understand how where it's coming from. However, it's not. It's a case of we'll see when it happens, right? To the 51st state. It's also a case of I don't think it's a good thing. Am I pro 51st state? I'm against it. I'm against. I want Canada to stay Canada. I want it to be stay Canada. However, if it happens, I think it could be a good thing. A lot of people are gonna say, yeah, but if we become America, it's gonna be horrible. No, I don't think so. What's gonna happen is we're gonna have a couple of good times, good years. Then we're gonna have a couple of bad years, and then we'll find a balance. Everything in balance in the end. Ben, appreciate the gift, bro. Super kind. Siri, we like sociology. I try to, bro, because you spend, like I said, you spend your life thinking about who am I, right, and trying to get appreciated and accepted, and then you try to understand why people are different and why don't you fit in, right? And in my case, sociology is super cool because you get to understand people, right? But it's more so it started out as a why I don't fit in, and instead of changing, you can understand other people and how they do it. And now, as an older person, I understand that it's not about the way you are. It's not about the way I am. It's about cohabitation, if you will. That's just what I like. You look like Benny Blanco. Third comment today, dude. Third comment today. Blade, what's up, my guy? I'll keep liking the live so more people can come and say, bro. I'm gonna every time it's gonna come in. I'm gonna text you, Ben, in fucking 4 weeks, dude. I know where you live now, so I'll know when it's like gonna be like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll text you, dude, and I'll send you screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of people calling me Benny Blanco, and I'll personally hold you accountable as responsible, right? And then when you make it big as a MMA fighter, I'll sue you for slander, and I'll have years of being called Benny Blanco, and I will put all on you, bro. And I think it's a good thing. It will become ruin our culture, becoming the first states. I agree with you. I agree with you. But at one point, I agree with you. I do agree with you. But at one point, so now we're talking about a decade in. We're talking about in 10 years. Thank you for the hard art, bro. It's not needed. I'm gonna leave soon anyway. So thank you so much, bro. What's gonna end up happening is resources, and again, I'm not trying to get you scared. I'm just saying what I think. Resources are gonna be more and more scarce. You're gonna have less and less resources, which is gonna create wars, which is gonna create super nation. So now the number of countries that we have are gonna be a lot lower. So the number of countries that we're gonna have are gonna be a lot lower. So places like America is gonna be one place. Canada, America is gonna be one thing. Not now, but in a certain future. Things like think about Europe, right? Think about Romania, Ukraine, Russia. They're gonna become one. They're gonna become one because it's gonna be like, okay, well, we have fucking 5 countries against us. We need allies, and now we're gonna become super nation. That's what's gonna happen. So you see them actually when you think about it, when you think about history, you had the Soviet Union, right? The Soviet Union. A lot of people are looking at the Soviet Union as a bad thing, which it was because it was a communist country. However, the Soviet Union, when you take the time to look at the way it was organized, the way it was, the concept in itself is actually good. And then you think about religion, right? The the frontier are gonna be replaced by religion. That's what I think. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. Oh, we forgot to do something. Okay. Won't be long, guys. We have a lot of things to do. Does you gotta? Yeah, I know. No, 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 no. Nah, Blake. We're kidding, Blade. We're kidding, but it's just because today I got it. I got it like 4 times. So it's a joke, but it's a joke that you would come in, Blade. You would come in yesterday, and it wouldn't be a joke. But today it just happened. It just happened to be bro, fuck you for every 10 minutes. Fuck you, dude. All right. Should become our 11th province. See, I think so. America is a bigger country, right? And America has a bigger economical power than us. But in the long run, I think Canada is a lot better because Canada we have a lot more natural resources. So take away the value of money, right? Take away the value of money and have a value of take away the value of money and put in the value of the territory. The territory of Canada is worth more than territory of America. Now, historically speaking, it isn't because historically speaking, you have the World Trade Center, you have the Statue of Liberty, you have a lot more. You have the Big Ben, you have the Golden Bridge. There's a lot more story that happened in America versus Canada. But if you strictly talk about the value, benefit, and tiny dude, you're a gem, bro. It's thank you so much, bro. Congrats on the level 11 gifter. Please understand that I don't need cash, bro. I appreciate you, but I don't need it. Um, so yeah, so if you look at Canada as a whole, just think about our water, right? Just think about our forests. We had somebody talk about Saskatchewan before. If you live in Montreal, if you live in Montreal, you don't really see that. But if you move to places like British Columbia, look at a place like Nevada, look at a place like a lot of places in the north. There's so many resources, and it's crazy. It is fucking insane. It is fucking insane. So if we were to value the territory, we'd get more. Now the issue is with America, there's a lot more people. So because there's a lot more people, they use a lot more resources, right? So we're talking about resources today. Canada does have more resources or raw resources versus America. However, America also had a larger history. So at some point, America possibly had more raw resources than us, but they use it more. So we have a problem of overpopulation, right? Now people think overpopulation is worldwide, but it's not worldwide. It's territory. So this territory have a lot of people. Because the territory have a lot of people, they have a lot of resources. The resources of the territory will be used quicker. That's pretty much it. Overpopulation, guys, it's not about the territory. It's not about the space that you have. There's spaces on the world to houses 10 times the people we have today. The problem with that is, okay, well, do we have enough food to feed everyone? You know? Thank you for the tiny brew. See what you mean, but if Canada and America got along, the resource problem wouldn't exist. I get what you're saying, dude. I appreciate what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. However, I don't think there will ever be a 50-50. I think it would always be a case of, well, this country is getting more out of the deal than this other. And I'm not saying we would be the loser, but I'm not saying we would be the winner. I think every single relationship, every single symbiosis needs 50-50. And achieving 50-50 nationwide, we're not talking about a couple. We're not talking about friendship. We're not talking about a family. We're talking about a fucking nation, dude. A fucking nation. That's completely different. Even if you look at the value of the cash that we have, it's different. You know, it's different. But I honestly, dude, there's pros and cons in every single situation. Yeah, absolutely, exactly. We could get along in a perfect world, though. Absolutely, absolutely. I think I'm gonna go in a way I shouldn't go. We're gonna go little bit controversial here. I think it's a political. It. I think Canada and America have such a good chance of getting along. So most cases of not getting along would be religion. Religion is different. Economic, right? Religion will be different. But America and Canada are not super religious, so that's not a problem. We could get along for sure. could get along. The only thing that I want, the only thing that I think that we need, is two leaders that are saying, you know what? I don't care how much I'm getting out of the deal. I'm thinking about the future, and I don't think this is the case of fucking Trump. Um, I don't dislike Justin. I just don't think he's a leader. His father was great. His father was great. His father was fucking great. But again, if I look at Polyev, Polyev is from the right. He's a bit more like Trump. So yeah, it could work. Like Minecraft, I used to, dude. I used to. Funny thing about me is I never actually played Minecraft. I never actually played because it's way too much, and I would get crazy. I would become obsessed. But I used to fucking love watching it. I used to love watching Minecraft. PewDiePie played Minecraft for like 2 years, and I followed every single videos. The problem with Minecraft is it's hard to watch because of all the drama that been there, like the dream situation, the sky situation. A lot of people that did some wrong thing in the Minecraft community. However, I think it's a phenomenal game. Honestly, in the same, I know it's not the same thing, but in the same wave, I really do like Stardew. I really like Stardew Valley. To me, Stardew Valley is a more manageable game than Minecraft. Minecraft is just too much, dude. It's just too much. It's like somebody that plays League for 16 hours a day. That's Minecraft. That is fucking Minecraft. There you go. So guys, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna work out a little bit and then I'm gonna go sleep. But I want to thank everybody that came in. I want to thank you guys for being here. Honestly, it was a really cool stream. It was that's my thing with live. I'm not live every single day because I have days where the lives are so fucking nice. Like for example, today we have so many subjects. We had so many different people coming in and bringing their own perspective, and it's so fucking cool. And that's what I'm looking for. So really cool stream. I want to thank you guys, every single one of you, for the subject, for the laughs because we did laugh. But more so for the good energy, for the good vibes. I think it's because it's Friday. Because it's Friday, we're all more so in a party mindset. But guys, I'm honestly one of the better streams that I did. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for being with me on this Friday. I wish you a good evening. If I don't see you, have a nice weekend and be yourself. Today we're talking about athletes. Doesn't matter if you win. Doesn't matter how hard you train. As long as you're happy about your performance and how much you put in, that's when it tears you're good. Talk about politics. Doesn't matter what's your fucking politics belief. Oh, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. Fuck you. We don't care. Right? You want the better of your country. That's the most important part. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Yes, it is official. As of today, Thanksgiving 2024, ESP has exposed himself. Holy. Wow. See, I backed my shit up. I didn't lie. I actually did get a new washer dry. Alright? These are LG, and these are pretty top of the line. These are not okay. Requested. Oh, okay. Perfect. Expanded, capacity. You can fit way more in these. People, Elliot was there for a while. Jamal. Fucking good dude. Color Santa, super nice. Health of the year. Holy, you guys are nuts, bro.